This week, we're lucky enough to have a special guest, my man, Adbert Alzolay of the Chicago Cubs, one of my favorite pitchers to watch, a young guy with a ton of emotion and really, really filthy stuff.
Pitching Ninja. Pitching Ninja.
I love watching you pitch, and not just me, but your entire fan base, the entire Chicago Cubs fan base loves how you pitch with emotion. You're a fun guy to watch throw. I mean, have you always been that? You have fun playing.
I mean, for me, that's my rule number one. If you're playing this sport and you're not having fun, so what are you doing it for? Just for be here or whatever, the money, whatever you're gonna call it. But for me, my rule number one is like I need myself to have fun out there. I need myself to enjoy my game too, because like when you go out there, it's your day. Like you gotta enjoy it. You just can't be there without enjoying your day. Just like yeah, you're serious, you're working, but sometimes when you get in that big spot or you get a big strikeout, against a big guy, sometimes you cannot control it, but you just let go those emotions right there and then go back to work right after that. It's just when I first make it to the big leagues in 2019, I will show my emotions even more, but now like getting more experience, talking to these guys, like it allows me to know that yes, indeed, I can do show my emotions, but now I know how to control it too. Now I know how to go from 1 to 100 and coming from 100 to 1 again. Like what they call it slowing the game down. I feel that I'm getting way, way better at that.
I mean, it seems pretty clear you are, because to have as few walks in your last three outings, and then still keeping the K level up, it does seem like the game is slowing down for you. And I keep thinking of what your ceiling is, and it's really hard to count. I mean, your stuff is absolutely disgusting. So you changed your mix now. You're throwing more sliders, or is it just StatCast picking it up as sliders?
Yeah, indeed, I'm throwing more sliders, but it's because I know how to shade my breaking balls too. Like people can say like, oh, he's been throwing just sliders, but if you really are watching the game, you can tell how different the ball move, like how I can be able to throw the ball different billows and different shape, and it's still the same pitch.
Did you figure that out, or did somebody help you figure that out?
Both, a little bit of both. Just playing around with the ball. I feel that last year, I had a great, opportunity to spend with Yu Darvish here with the Cubs. Man, I just was trying to learn everything that I can from that I could from that guy. Like I was just ready and excited to go to work every single day and watch him doing his thing, and just paying attention to his bullpen sessions, the way that he go about his business, like it was so much game for me right there, like I was like, I'm gaining so much experience just watching this guy, how he goes about his business. So I feel that a little bit of both. Just one thing that he told me was just play around with the ball. It's like you have the ability to spin the ball, so just play around with the grip. Like if he's like, you never can stick to just one grip, like he's like, that's why it's the throwing program for you. Go out there and then you start just moving around the ball, and wherever your hand feel comfortable to throw a pitch, it's like just try it and rip it.
That's funny, because so when I interviewed him, I don't know if you saw it, but all he did the whole time was sit there and play around with the baseball. And he was like, even when we're talking, all he's doing is feeling different grips. And he is as smart. Like, I don't know that there's a pitcher as smart as he is with respect to understanding himself and understanding the variety of different pitch grips. Like he has 12 pitches or 11.
Yep.
Darvish said that talking to Kyle Hendricks helped him. Has he helped you at all with that?
I mean, Kyle Hendricks helps everyone, to be honest. Like the guy is just unreal. Like what a professional guy. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on TV, but almost every outing that I throw after I'm finished, the first thing that I do is go up to him and talk during the game.
Have you always read hitters, or is that something you've been doing more lately?
To be honest, I started doing that last year. Like I said, watching Kyle going about his business, I was like, it's not possible that Kyle goes 87, swing and a miss, and then he goes 70 miles per hour, middle, the hitter take the ball, strike out or whatever, So I was like, it's something he's doing something that not a lot of people is able to do, And just talking to him and like knowing him more, knowing the way that he pitch, it tells you like, dude, the guy he knows how to sequence his pitches. He knows how to tunnel everything. So like, if you can pick up at least 10% of whatever he does, I think it's a game change for you right there.
Yeah, you've been around some ridiculously great pitchers, and I mean, I think that this is having a young pitcher being around Jake Arrieta, Kyle Hendricks, even Yu Darvish, obviously, and then Craig Kimbrell, who is just an all-time great closer, and you're getting
It's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you're around these guys. Like, how cool is that?
I mean, it's like I tell those guys every single day that I see them. I was like, I'm just looking forward to watch you pitch tonight. Yeah. That's all you can wait for. Like, how happy it makes me feel the time that I see Craig Kimbrell going there for the 9 innings. I'm just putting up the log there. Like, it just like tells you like, okay, this is what this guy does.
Let's go to your breaking pitches.
Okay, so we go here with a curveball that I haven't been using lately because the slider, to be honest, the slider is being so good.
It's really good. Yeah.
I have learned the way how to shape it differently, how to move it around. So it makes you like, because it's like Kyle told me. Kyle, it's simple. If you know how to go down and away, down and in, up and away with the same pitch, so you have 4 different pitches. And people don't realize that. People, oh no, he's just throwing sinkers, sliders. Yeah, but are you watching where the ball is going? Are you seeing how the ball is shaping? Are you seeing difference like, okay, up and in, down and away? We go up all right on the middle, and then we're gonna throw the changeup of that, on the there. Like when you know that, and when you're able to recognize that, it's just different. Because like, I mean, the best example is Mariano Rivera. The guy threw one pitch for his whole career.
Yeah.
Everyone knew what pitch was coming. They couldn't hit it. That's it.
So when your curveball, you mentioned, are you trying to get 12-6 action, trying to get to the front of it?
To be honest, whenever I try to get 12-6 action is when I start popping out the curveball, because I want to get over the ball, to make the ball move. And whenever you like I say, whenever you try to do it, it's not gonna work. Like, first of all, trust your grip, see your hand position, see the way that you gotta release the ball. That's key right there. You don't have to do anything else. Because if you know that your wrist position is in the right way, and you let this finger work with this thing, oh, it's just gonna go there. Like, this is gonna make everything work. But when you try to go there, then you get higher, your head can go this way, your arm goes out here, and then the ball just start spinning there. And then when the ball is spinning like that, that's a cookie for the hitters right there. Yep. So it's just try to stay stiff with your wrist there, and then, like I say, just let the grip work. For me, I'm a big fan of let the grip work. This is like the one that I usually throw for it's the slow one. And then the hard one, I go more about this thing down here, like right there. So I get deeper into the ball, so I know that I have more extension in front to let my fingers get in there, and then get that station to drop the ball on the dirt.
So your thumb is in a different spot than it is with your fastball, right?
So it's right there, but if you see, it's still tough because I like to feel the pressure and the separation between these two fingers.
Gotcha.
Like I feel like as much pressure I can put there, you can make the spin even tighter, you know? Because then when you have, that's why it's simple. Why changeups are the lowest spin rate pitch in baseball? Because you don't grip the ball so hard to rip it because you can. So you keep your hands off and let the ball work. So it takes a lot of spin rate of the ball. So with my breaking balls, my thought process is different. It's just like just get tighter, you know, and then let the fingers and the wrist do their job. So changeup is the same grip as my two-seam fastball, but instead of going with two fingers, I move it over. This is something that I picked up from Jake this year too, because I was more like this finger on the middle, so I wasn't like really on the seam of the ball. Because before I was just looking for my changeup to go straight, and that's it. Because like it was a pitch that I didn't trust too much in the beginning, you know, like even in my minor league career, I think that I started throwing changeup when I was in AA, and I realized that okay, I do need the pitch here. If I'm gonna be a starting pitcher, I need to start throwing changeups, you know, because like other than that in high A, it was just hitters and breaking balls. Like there you go, hitter.
And you can do that, right? You can get away with that too. Yep.
Yeah. So like during spring training this year around, so being hanging out with Jake, I think a lot lately. So just playing catch, moving the ball around. So we got into the same grip of my two seam. It's exactly the same grip, just moving the fingers over.
And you're not pronating at all off
No,
that? You're just letting the grip do it again.
To be honest, man, I don't know how to pronate. I wish I knew. That's the question that I ask Kyle every single day. I was like, bro, how can you do that? And then he goes, yeah, how can you go this way?
Let me see the circle on are you just a normal circle change?
So I don't really put a circle on my changeup because like I say, it's just weird, man, because I can't have my thumb there.
Yeah.
So I gotta go like that.
Gotcha. So you're tucking you're still tucking your thumb then,
yes.
And you're doing like a claw with your
yeah.
Gotcha.
So I go there. If for me, to be honest, it's like I said to you, like whatever feels comfortable in your hand, try it. And then there you go. And for me, like that feels just like I'm throwing my two seam, but just with these two fingers. What really has been helping me with my changeup to keep my changeup in the mix, like I did my last game that I threw it a little bit more that day, was that I've been playing catch with it a lot, even going 150, 180 feet with a changeup to get that extension. Just been playing catch with it a lot and throwing in the bullpens, because when you stop throwing those pitches to get that feel back for that is so hard, man.
So did your slider, did we go over that?
Yeah, we can go over there. We can go over there. So how you started? My slider, the first time that I ever threw a slider, it was down here. So I will go down there, grip it almost like my fastball, but instead of being here on like right on top of the ball, I was getting
a little
more
off center. Yep.
Here to get that movement there. But what happened was that I wasn't able to keep my below in the pitch. You know, it will be like 84 or it will be 80. So my curveball is anywhere from 78 to 83. So I was like, how can I get the difference between those two breaking balls? Because for me, that was the huge difference there. I was like, if I'm able to just separate these two pitches, you know, like just get more below on one and more depth on in the other one, it's just gonna be a game changer. So I remember I went down to the alternative side last year. one day I had a bullpen session. I threw like 60 pitches, I think. All I did was like today, whenever I get my slider up to 87 miles per hour is when I'm gonna stop throwing the ball. I got on the mound and I started just moving the ball around, man. Start moving the ball around. When I found the first grip, the first one that I threw was 87. And I was like, okay, let's try it again. Boom, again, 87. Okay, let's go again. Boom, 87. And then that year it was crazy because 4 days later, I was in the big leagues throwing the pitch. And then after the game, I was like, man, I don't know how I did it, but wow. Like, I was like, I feel that that's a grip. And then I stick to that one last year, just one, my first one. But during the off season, you have a lot of time off. You're bored at home. You're bored playing catch or whatever, and then you start just moving the ball around, like I say. And then you realize, like Darvish once told me, that this makes a huge difference in the ball. Same with this. Wherever you position these two can put or get less miles in your ball, So for me, it's just like, so you see the ball right here.
Yep.
I try to go right across right here. Like where Major League Baseball say, I try to put this finger right where base is. So I pretty much split the ball right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the most separation. Right here, and I'm able to put more pressure down here with my middle finger right here. So if you see, like my middle finger is right on the zinc right there, and then this finger is tight enough too, because even that I'm putting more pressure on this, the one that is gonna do the job is this one.
Yep.
Like this is the finger that is gonna make the ball move the way that you want, because you just try to hold it as much as you want, and then letting whenever this finger gets off the ball, now it's this one that is gonna get the last bite there, because you just letting the ball go until you can't hold it no more. So you go boom, 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 boom. So it's just your arm motion is gonna lead you there. Like if you're having a good release point and you know where to release the ball, everything's just gonna follow. Your body's gonna follow, and everything is just gonna go with it.
So you're consciously thinking about having your pointer finger be the last finger off the ball, even though it's not doing as much work as the middle finger.
Yeah. I put it simple. Middle finger is a curveball finger. This is a slider finger. That's my thought process pretty much. I like, okay, in my curveball, I'm gonna use this one more, boom, to get me over that ball without me trying to get over the ball. And with this one, I just want the late movement, So I was like, I just need to let this finger work at the end. Just working with the coaches there or coordinators and all those guys from the pitching department, they told me to, like, yeah, do that. Let's see how it's gonna work. Like let's try it out. So I started doing that, and then when I realized that, I was like, okay, I can throw this one 88, 89, bad foot, open in or backdoor. Okay, I take it. I was like, there you go. There is 3 different sliders right there, because if you find a way to know where to locate those pitches, like sometimes even my dad texts me like, you're throwing breaking balls too high to lefties, and I was like, no, I'm trying to do that. Jake and Kyle always talk to me about it. It's just always think that you're pitching 1-0 game.
No matter what the score, it's always a 1-0 game, and it'll keep you concentrated
It's always 1-0 game. It's like whenever you start thinking you're, oh no, I'm more for 4, for 5 wrong, then you're out of the game. But if you keep thinking the game is 1-0 for 9 innings, then you're gonna have a good night because your focus is gonna be there. Your focus is always gonna be like, okay, I can give up this base to this hitter because this hitter can time me the game right here. But I prefer to have this guy on base because I know that the next guy, I can get a ground ball of him. Because that's Kyle Hendricks thinking right there. You know, like if you really know about baseball and you see him pitching, whenever you see him wild, like he's trying to do something, you know, like it's not because, oh no, he got wild. No. No, it doesn't happen like that. But my thought process with every pitch that I've been throwing now is just getting this guy out with his pitch. You know, like not trying to, okay, no, the next pitch. No, I'm gonna get you out with this pitch. I'm gonna throw this pitch to you because you're supposed to hit this pitch. If I execute this pitch, whatever I have to go with this pitch, I know that I'm gonna get a good result.
That is a great mental cue for everybody out there too. I think people can learn a lot from just listening to you.
I mean, I have been learning a lot just listening to those guys. So I think it's just translate, you know.
You're passing it down, and someday you're going to be the veteran guy that everybody's going to sit there and go, "Oh my God, I was on the same team as Alzolay. It's awesome."
Yeah, I mean, that's the same way that I feel right now. You know, you know what is crazy? That I'm looking forward every day to go to the field. Like I'm looking forward every day to be there. If we're on the road, to get on the bus in the first bus to go to the field. And then if we're at home, I'm looking forward to get there as early as I can to be at the field, you know?
So this is what I was talking about. And for everybody out there, this is why it's so enjoyable to watch you pitch, because all of this is real. Like you really enjoy the game. You really want to do something exciting every day. And I mean, it's all coming through in this. So I just love this. It's awesome. Absolutely. So I'm going to let you run, and we're going to do this again during the season after you tear somebody up. And we'll pick it. Like we'll talk and find the right time to catch up and maybe break down some at bats. What do you think?
Okay, sounds good. That's perfect. That works for me.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been fantastic. You're a great dude, and I look forward to watching you pitch all the time.
You're my favorite guy out there in Twitter. Like when I go out there and I see these overlays and all these pitches from this guy, man, like people don't realize that it's so much stuff to learn. Like I say, I'm looking forward every single day to get it there and see what's new.
Strike 3!